Welcome to our channel. Today we will take you on the journey through the fascinating evolution of political science. How did humans go from discussing power and politics in ancient time to the modern science of government we have today, or we know today? Let's divide it into different chapters from beginning to today's era. In chapter 1, we have ancient foundation, that is from 500 BCE to 1500 CE. Political science has its roots in ancient Greece. Thinkers like Plato and Aristotle were some of the first to ask what makes a good government. They observed how different types of governments worked and tried to figure out which were the most just and effective. Meanwhile, in ancient Rome, politics was all about laws and orders. Roman thinkers like Cicero focused on the importance of rights and citizenship. These early ideas laid the groundwork for political thoughts that still influence us today. During the Middle Age, political ideas were deeply tied to religions. Kings and emperors claimed that their powers came from God, and political scientists of the time, like Thomas Aquinas, merged faith with politics. They thought that laws should align with Christian morals. Moving towards the chapter 2, that is the alignment and modern foundation, 1500 to 1800s. Fast forward to the Renaissance and Enlightenment in Europe. During this time, people started challenging old ideas about power and government. Thinkers like Machiavelli, Hobbes, and Locke wrote about the nature of power and the rights of individuals. Machiavelli believed that leaders should focus on keeping power, even if it meant being reckless. His famous book, The Prince, shaped the way people thought about political strategies. Meanwhile, Thomas Hobbes argued that without strong government, society would be chaotic. He called this the state of nature. On the other hand, John Locke believed that people had national right, life, liberty, and property. These ideas about social contract, agreements between governments and the people, become the basic of modern democracy. Moving towards chapter number 3, that is 19th century to earlier 20th century. It is the period of industrial revolution. With the rise of industrial revolution in 19th century, society and politics changed dramatically. Political scientists began focusing more on issues like economic inequalities, class struggles, and social justice. This is where thinkers like Karl Marx came in. He studied about wealth and power was distributed and urged that the working class should overthrow the ruling class to create an equal society. Around the same time, movements for women's rights and universal suffrage were gaining momentum. Political science expanded to include issues of gender, race, and class, topics that are still central to the field today. In chapter number 4, we have political science in the 20th century. In the 20th century, political science became more formalized in an academic disciplines. It became less about philosophy and more about analyzing data and systems. Scholars began studying the behavior of voter, political parties, and institutions using surveys, statistics, and research methods. The 20th century also saw the rise of international relations. Around the world war, political scientists started focusing on the issues like war, diplomacy, and global cooperation. The establishment of organizations like the UN reflected this global shift. In chapter number 5, we have political science today. Today, political science continues to evolve with the change of time. With technology, with the internet and social media, politics are more complex and interconnected than ever. Scholars now study things like cyber politics, environmental politics, and how fake news influence elections. Political science has also become more scientific, using big data and advanced analytics to understand political trends and predict outcomes. But at this core, the field is still about answering the big question: what makes a fair society? How does power be distributed? So let's conclude this topic. From ancient philosopher to modern scholars, political science has come a long way. It has evolved alongside society, constantly adapting to new challenges and ideas. Who knows where the next breakthrough in political thought will came from? So if you enjoy this journey through time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on history, politics, and beyond.